Hey, what's up guys? It's Dustin, and after the last few videos talking about my credit cards and what cards I'm currently using, I've had a lot of comments or messages asking me saying, hey, aren't you a Platinum Honors member with the Bank of America Preferred Reward Program? If so, what happened that you're not one anymore, and why did you give up the holy grail of credit card rewards? And I thought it would be a good time to talk about it, because it's true. I have broken up with Bank of America. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Bank of America Preferred Reward Program is, it's a program put on by Bank of America that rewards you for how much money you have either in a Bank of America account or invested with Merrill Lynch. And for many people, the Merrill Lynch option is a popular option because you can roll over an old 401k into an IRA, open a brokerage account, or both of these to appease this requirement. It's just a cumulative amount of money you have with Bank of America and Merrill Lynch. And the more money you have, the better the benefits could be for you. And I actually really like that model a lot and wish other banks would copy it to reward customers who actually use their products or bank with a particular company and increase those rewards for the more money you hold with them. It just seems to be a mutually beneficial relationship. For example, people who are using Chase for their banking or Chase investing, getting a boost on your Ultimate Reward earnings on those Ultimate Reward earning credit cards would benefit both parties. This works out so people might be willing to put more money into their Chase accounts because they get the benefit of earning more Ultimate Reward points so they can use them to travel with. It really just seems like it could be a win-win here for those who could meet the financial requirements. Now, there are a few benefits of the Preferred Reward Program, like discounts on auto loans or mortgages, no fees at non-Bank of America ATMs, Merrill Lynch investing discounts, but the one we're most worried about, or the one that gets a lot of attention, is the boost in the credit card earning rates. And this is a 25% boost for Gold members, a 50% boost for Platinum members, and a 75% boost for Platinum Honors members. Now, I reached Platinum Honors level by rolling over some old 401ks into a traditional IRA, so I was getting, or I still am getting, a nice boost in my credit card earnings. Now, what I find funny or interesting is the fact I moved my money out of Merrill Lynch around June of 2021, but I still currently have Platinum Honors status. Now, I did get an email notifying me that this will soon be changing, but it took Bank of America quite a bit of time to catch up, but there are no complaints from me here. As for my Bank of America cards, I currently have 3 cash reward cards, and I even have the premium reward card. So I had a pretty good setup. I was earning 5.25% back on dining, gas, and online shopping, and then 2.63% everywhere else. So my cashback earning rates were very solid. Now, I didn't use any of the other benefits with the Preferred Reward Program. I don't do my real banking with Bank of America. I do use USAA, and I've had a great experience with them for well over a decade now. So the odds of Bank of America pulling me away from them is basically zero. The only reason I was using Bank of America was for the boosted credit card reward rates. Now, in 2021, I was pretty open about consolidating my finances to make my life a little simpler. That really meant taking a look at all the accounts I had open and seeing where I could consolidate parts. And I had a lot of different account opens with money all over the place, and checking in or managing all of them just started to become cumbersome. And by consolidating them, it just meant less time jumping from app to app or websites, checking or updating information. Or if by chance something happened to me, my wife wouldn't have to go on some wild scavenger hunt looking for our money or missing out on it because she couldn't find it. Although sending her on one final last scavenger hunt does sound like a fun time. Now, this doesn't mean I'm not going to open new cards or open new accounts that may be even time intensive, because I absolutely will, as long as the bonus is worth it. But all that time does add up, and if I do add more to my plate, then it just becomes more of a burden when it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. So after looking at my investment accounts, which I had quite a few at quite a few different brokerages, and I doing a bunch of research, I decided to move my money over to Vanguard because I do like their ownership structure and their commitment to keeping fees extremely low. Which, keeping fees low is something I find very important when it comes to investing, and I have so far been very, very happy with my decision to move my money over to Vanguard. Now, I could have bought Vanguard ETFs at Merrill Lynch, but you can't purchase fractional shares, and I do like to have a set amount to automatically invest each week or each month. It just keeps things consistent for me, and it makes it automatic. And I really dislike having my money sit as cash in my investment accounts and not actually invested. It's not necessarily a deal breaker, but it's just something I did note. And if you wanted to purchase Vanguard index funds at Merrill Lynch, there's a fee to do that. So that's not really ideal because you can buy them for no fee directly through Vanguard. And with Vanguard, I can set up an amount of money to be invested, and that money will be invested automatically. No cash is sitting around, and I can make sure all of my invested money is working for me. And if you're someone who's actually looking to purchase Merrill Lynch mutual funds, the expense ratios on those funds are not cheap. A lot of options have expense ratios of 1% or more, making them what I feel are terrible options for people. So as I was deciding about moving all my accounts, I was asking myself a lot. Should I just keep some money in Merrill Lynch just to keep those extra credit card reward rates, or move the money, give up the extra rewards, and just make my life a little bit easier? And I went over this a lot, probably way more than I actually needed to, because as a credit card nut, I felt it was a pretty big deal. But to help guide or make this decision, I had to look at the cards I had in my credit card portfolio to see how they compared to the Bank of America cards with those multipliers, which is exactly what I did. Now for the Everything Else card, I was earning 2.63% with the Bank of America Premium Reward card. But I do have the USAA Limitless, which is earning me 2.5% cash back on all purchases. So this is only a difference of 0.13%. I mean, that's a difference of $26 in earnings on $20,000 spend. It's not that huge at all. For gas, I have the USAA Cash Award Plus, which earns 5% back on gas instead of 5.25% with the cash rewards. Now we spend probably around $2,500 a year on gas. That is about a $6 difference in reward earnings. Again, that is not a significant difference. For dining, we spend maybe $200 to $250 per month, if that. We're going to earn 4% back with the Altitude Go, mixing in the 5% cards like the Discover It and the Freedom Flex, so the amount here again is small. But online shopping was the biggest factor, because 5.25% on online shopping was better than the other cards that I have. Now there are quarters where you can earn 5% back on PayPal or something like that, but 5.25% for all online purchases is a lot, because we order a lot of things online pretty regularly, but the amount that we spend varies from month to month. Also, there are offers on some cards like my American Express offers, Chase offers, or even the 1-point membership reward trick on Amazon. So online shopping is a bit of a gray area because of that, because I'm not and I wasn't always using my Bank of America card for those online purchases. Then I also need to consider the fact I open a few cards every year, and in doing so, I'm not using this setup at all while I'm working on that minimum spend requirement, making all of those cards useless at that time, which that can range anywhere from 2 to 6 months out of the year depending on the minimum spend that I'm working on. So I felt my rotation was sufficient enough and it was worth giving up the extra rewards I could be earning just to make my life simpler. And I felt that was worth the trade-off, and I really don't regret that decision. Now, I'm sure some of you won't agree with my decision, and that's fine. I don't think I made a wrong decision or even a bad decision. Now, I do think the Bank of America setup is great for someone who wants to use Merrill Lynch for investing or doesn't mind keeping money in their accounts with Bank of America or Merrill Lynch. My decision really just came down to simplicity and streamlining my finances, and my current credit card setup was solid enough to give up just a small amount of rewards to make my life easier. So let me know, would you have given up your Platinum Honor status? Now if you enjoyed this video, then consider giving it a thumbs up, maybe subscribe to the channel. If you know someone who would find this video useful and helpful, consider sharing it with them, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.